Fire signs, I hope all is well. Welcome to a all fire sign element reading. Let's shuffle the cards and see what we get for you. Please excuse me, I am wearing my back brace. Occasionally I do have a bad back, so that's what this is right over here. It looks a bit like a waist trainer, so if you see something weird, yeah, I know I'm gonna have someone like saying, what's that? You guys are so observant in these readings sometimes. Okay, let's see. Thank you to those of you who show support. I appreciate you. Without further ado, let's get into this for the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Spirit, tell me any messages valuable for the fire signs. Only take the messages that resonate. Leave what does not resonate for someone else. I could be picking up on your energy. I could be picking up on the energy of something, someone around you. Flip the roles as you see fit. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this for you. Happy Thursday to you guys. Let's see. Messages for the fire signs. We have healer and we have counseling. We have glow up. We have nurturing. Yeah, there's something about your energy that is very much alluring. You could attract a lot of people needing your assistance. This could be like animals. You could find that babies, you know, look at you and smile a lot. I had that the other day, standing in a queue, and this baby was just staring at me. Don't know the baby, never seen the baby before. And like, he was trying to like smile at me to get my attention. And I started to play peekaboo behind his mum and then smiling with the mum and everything. So cute. And he was laughing with me. Like, you ever just go places, freedom, and you just feel like you attract random people talking to you. This is giving real earth angel type of vibes. This is giving, you know, attractive energy, alluring energy. You could be a healer in your own right. Some of you could be counselors or you give guidance in some way, shape or form. You could just be very good at asking for advice. A lot of people could come to you. I do feel like somebody's viewing you this way. I do feel like you are shining right now, and I feel like there's a specific side of you with the nurture energy and glow up that is being highlighted where it comes to other people around you or a specific individual. Some of you could be specific Leos. Tell me about glow up for the fire signs. Six of Swords in the reverse. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Temperance in the reverse. You could have a Sagittarius. Yeah, the Sun is in the reverse. Isn't that interesting? Leo energy. There's somebody who could feel a little bit indifferent about this attribute. This could be somebody who made something difficult for you or had you in the opposite energy of what you are. So say you are a very healing person, you know, you could be somebody who helps a lot of people. You could be very nurturing. Things that you touch, you like to take care of. You know, you value things, people, places, very much so. You have very nurturing hands. You could work with your hands. You could be a creator of some kind. Some of you could read a lot of books, or you could be writing a book. You could like to write. This could be like poetry. You seem to be a very poetic soul is what I really want to say. And I feel like there was somebody who could have compromised that for you. Fire signs. And somebody kind of put you in an energy of maybe taking you out of that element or creating a situation where maybe you wasn't so much in that. You wasn't very, very much vibrating in that energy while you could have been dealing with them. They could have purposefully been trying to take you out of your energy, or this could be somebody around you now. Three of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Some of you are definitely dealing with another fire sign that you could have walked away from. And it's almost like you've kind of walked away from a person, leaving them with the energy that maybe they were trying to create for you. What was this person doing towards the fire sign here? I feel like this is somebody who you're not around anymore. This person could have caused a lot of disturbance for you, and there's just something about you being taken out of character, or you taken out of your element that you usually are. You could be a very happy-go-lucky person, and this could have been somebody who created an environment or a situation, a scenario where maybe that was compromised in some way, shape, or form. You may not have felt yourself around this person, and it could have been some sort of burden that was cast upon you, or something, some sort of heavy energy. The Magician in the reverse. The World. You could have walked away and taken away your fortune. This looks to me that you have some sort of abundance. Now, for some of you, it is money. You could be like an entrepreneur. You could be somebody who just has a lot of abundance in general that you share with other people. It could just be about your energy, because I'm definitely getting a very healing, caring energy about you. You know, you wouldn't be around somebody and not see that they eat. You wouldn't be around somebody and not see that they're taken care of. You wouldn't see anybody go through lack being attached to you. You know, somebody wouldn't come to your home and you just kind of not really care for their well-being. You see that they're fed, they're watered, they're okay, their device is charged, you know, whatever they need is on hand for them, they're connected to the Wi-Fi. Like, you made somebody very, very comfortable, and you walking away from that person, they compromised your comfortability. So you didn't feel safe in that person's energy, or there was something that was going on with you and this person where you didn't feel that way. You wouldn't have felt like this person did the same for you. You were the one that was providing that. You were the one that was seeing that somebody never went without. Even if you're a feminine, because you know this is masculine energy, but I definitely feel like you took on more of a caring, nurturing role where it comes to a specific person that you could have been around, dealing with, a friend, lover. When you went, there's something about a house, a home. You could have definitely had somebody who really liked to come to your home, be around you, be in your energy in general. And this person possibly manipulated that and took advantage of that, possibly even used that. And now you've walked away. It's almost like somebody took something for granted, and now you've walked away, you've taken everything with you. Now, you know, if you are a good person who shares, who, you know, you have healing energy, as soon as you walk away from an individual, that shift is going to be felt, because the abundance is with you. Not only are you a shell, which is your outer body, you come with, if you are a healer, if you know, are the energy, you're in the energy that I described, like animals are drawn to you. People are drawn to you. People tend to tell you their problems. You know, you could definitely be an empath, or somebody who people feel very safe talking to you. You could be a very trustworthy individual. You could do something in your line of work that means that is just the energy that you're pretty much always in, especially if you are a guidance counselor, or you're a therapist, you're a nurse. Sorry, the wire just fell. Hope it didn't shake the device. And that is very much felt. So I feel like you've walked away, and not only have you walked away, your outer shell, something about your light and your embodiment walked away with it. See, sometimes when people take things for granted, they see the outer shell. And this could have definitely have been somebody who was definitely only looking at what you was providing. They like the good energy. They like you seeing that their devices were charged if they need it. You wouldn't see them just go home and them not have their belly full, or, you know, they're not feeling in a good vibe. You know, you bring a vibe to somebody that was unmatched, and now that's been taken away. Somebody's sitting in their own, I'm hearing dank. I don't know what in God's name that means, dank. I feel like it's dark, it's gloomy. This is giving dank. 10 of Wands is here. I feel like you have, can you shut the door please? Sorry guys. Sorry, my son's home, holiday time, so This is going to happen. Thank you. I'll be finished soon, okay? Sorry, guys. Dark, dreary energy. And a cycle has come to a close, and it's like someone's sitting with their own energy now. I don't know what this is about this person's energy. They could be very dark. They may be somebody who doesn't possess the energy of nurturing others. This could be somebody who has conjured an energy, I'm hearing, of darkness just down to being very selfish. And you wasn't the same. You and this person are not the same. If you are a counselor, a nurse, a healer, you could even work with children. There's something caring. You could work with the elderly. You are very good at your job. You're extremely good at your job. People could even come to you. You could train other people, or you teach. You're very good at your job. Definitely in your purpose. Especially if you're a Leo. Now, this is going to be uncomfortable to hear. You could be a Leo. There's a specific Leo who could be watching this. I feel like Leo energy has been following me, and I've said it before throughout most of my readings. Like a Leo, a significant Leo could be watching me, or a Leo. Some of you are dealing with a really prominent Leo that's on your tail, on your backside. They're watching what you do. They're following you. Side note. You could be a Leo dealing with another Leo, or you could be the Leo that I'm talking to. That is being highlighted in a lot of my readings. I don't know what that is. But this is going to be, and you possibly know this already. There's an energy that you feel from this person. I don't feel like this is going to be any new news to you. Somebody didn't really like you like that in terms of actually building a relationship with you. They like what you gave to them. This is somebody who is very two-faced and very false. Don't be surprised. You know, you could have definitely have experienced this with this person, that you was the one that was kind of more so rooting for the other person than what they were rooting for you. Now, there's definitely an energy of somebody really feeling full with your energy, feeling when they're around you, they are charged. Somebody never wanted for anything being around you. The 5 of Wheels is in the reverse. This is not somebody who can sit there and say they was at lack. You made them feel some type of way or uncomfortable. They knew that coming around you, visiting you, being around you, being connected to you, going out with you, you would have never seen it that this person was at a deficit or at a lack. You are a giver. Whoever I'm talking to, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you're a giver. You give, you give, you give. You possibly gave a lot to this person. Now, I don't feel like this person gave you much, to be honest. They gave you enough to have you still investing in them while they weren't investing in you. And I don't feel like this person liked you like that. They liked what you provided for them. Knight of Cups. They were nice to you only because of what you was giving to them. Why is this person coming out in this reading for the fire signs, please? The High Priestess. The Fool in the reverse. Because if you've recently turned somebody down, could be another fire sign. This could be a fire sign dynamic. If you've recently had somebody reach out to you and your intuition told you not to go forward with something with them or meet up with them again, this could be like they hit you up, you've dealt with this person in the past, or this has been an ongoing situation where something tells you they ain't giving to this how you are, or they don't really like you like that, or they ain't your peoples like that to be giving so much of your energy. Now, let me just make it clear that your vibrational frequency is so valuable, and I think I've said it so many times. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't think that you need to just be providing somebody with a plate of food, some money, you know, pay for things. you know, be generous with your whatever. Like, they know that you're not stingy, regardless of whatever. They know that you're not stingy. But I'm talking about you provide this person with a very special energy that they don't really get. They haven't got this before, and neither do they get that usually, because this is the type of person who is stingy. This is the type of person that doesn't possess that light. Their energy is very stifled. Their energy is selfish. And because they're selfish, it's almost like the energy of you get back what you give. And because this is not really a giving person, very rarely do they meet people who are like you. And this could have been somebody who you attracted because of that energy, because sometimes we have to be careful when we've got vibrant energy. When we do have healing energy, we attract all sorts of things. And it's something that we need to be very, very cautious of. We attract a lot of good things, being in that good high vibing energy, but we also attract a lot of users, a lot of people who see something good and just want to take. Never give, just take, okay? You attracted a taker. And I feel like if someone is about to reach out to you, or if someone reached out to you, this fire sign could be a Pisces for some of you, but I feel like what this is telling me, your intuition, not only are you a healer, you possibly are waking up to the fact that you have got very good foresight where it comes to reading the room, identifying who certain people are to you, and being able to fish out, if you like, who you need to be giving to and who you don't need to be giving to. And I see you gracefully turning someone down. Don't be surprised if there's a fire sign who could be trying to come back in and you say no, or you should say no. This could be somebody very younger than you, very much younger than you. But I feel so more than that, this is somebody who seeks out people who give to them. This is not somebody who seems to have any interest in healing the side of them that needs to be a little bit more giving to others. This is a person who is only out for what they can gain. And man, do you give. That's why they're attracted to you. Eight of Wheels. For some of you, you work with this person. For some of you, they want to work with you because of what you provide. The Star and the Seven of Wands. And that's what this is about. It's about holding on to somebody who is of divine energy, who can lead them. There's a light that you possess. There's something that you possess. And you need to be protective of that energy. I ain't saying be paranoid, but what I am saying is if someone isn't giving you the energy that you're giving to them, if you always feel drained after going above and beyond to see it that somebody is, they leave your home or they leave your presence in a good energy, that's not your people. They shouldn't be around you. And sometimes it takes a while to pick up on that. Really look at how you feel when you're around certain individuals, how you feel after certain exchanges with certain people. And I got to speak from experience as well, Nine of Cups. Yeah, because you will attract a lot of people who only want their own cup filled. Selfish individuals. I'm speaking from experience. Like, I started to really awaken spiritually when I really started to pay attention to interactions I was having with people. People that come around me, people I go around, you know, certain relationships, how I feel after talking to certain individuals. You really do need to tap into a different type of frequency where it comes to really evaluating energy, where it comes to how you feel. And it's a very inward type of work that you do when you really become in tune to that energy. How do you feel when you know that you're going to see certain individuals? Do you feel anxious? Are you sweating? Do you have tummy pain? You know, do you have a headache? When you know that this person's coming to your house, how does the energy feel? Is there any occurrences that happen that make you think, oh, that was a bit odd? Like, really tap into that energy. And it's when you start to do that, you start to realize who is supposed to be around you and who shouldn't be around you, or who you should be mixing with, who you shouldn't, who you should be coming inviting to your house and who you shouldn't. Not everybody should be invited to your home, okay, first off. And there's something about your home. Maybe this person was very much in your home. You made this person comfortable. You know, if you're a person who always takes care of people, it's kind of giving the energy of, you know, when you do have any interaction or you meet up with somebody or you have a conversation on the phone, you possibly have the attitude of leaving that person in a better vibe than what they came to you in. Regardless of whether they're in a good mood, whatever it is that's going on with them, you will be someone who will see it, that somebody is okay. They're good. They're looked after. They're taken care of. You got a ride home, you got your own ride home. If not, can I ride you home? You know, are you fed? Are you all right? There's something very attentive, almost parent-like about your energy. I don't know if this is a child to you, but this is somebody who would only take. Only take, only take, only take. Really pay attention to who you're giving to at this time. Messages for the fire signs. The sun. A lot of you are dealing with a Leo. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Someone isn't happy that they couldn't get away with continuing to breadcrumb you or be hot and cold with you. King of Pentacles, and it's about what you was giving to them. I don't know what you do for work. You could be a masculine who is very about, you're on fire right now, very about your business. You ain't short of anything. And someone here is mad that you see right through them. Two of Pentacles, they've been dropped. They feel it. Wheel of Fortune. They've been dropped from your light, your good energy, where you're going. It's almost like you've dropped somebody at the bus station and you just drove on past. Like someone's been dropped from your energy because they don't deserve to be in your energy. King of Pentacles, your good fortune, I'm telling you. Six of Swords, the Empress in reverse. You were helping somebody more than what you realize. More than what you realize. And for some of you, this could have been a very neglectful relationship. You were creating comfort for somebody who wasn't creating comfort for you. For some of you, if this is a romantic situation, this could have been somebody who kept going back to a baby's mum, a baby's father. There could have been children here that they kept going back to somebody who they had children with to work something out. And you could have been like, you know, the one that they seemed, they looked upon as being, you know, the one that they could always fall back on, or, oh, they would help me after whatever happened over there doesn't work out again. Like there's something here. And you've dropped that. You've removed yourself from the equation. This could even be somebody who's now stuck to work something out with a third party that they don't want to be with. And they don't possess the same energy as you, but something has kept them going back to this person. Two of Cups in the reverse. These two people could be trying to work this out. This baby's mother, baby's father energy. These two people could be trying to work something out where something has just, is gone. Like, it's not a connection that needs to come back around. Ace of Wands. This could be for sexual purposes, that they still sleep with this person, but there's no relationship. Where are the fire signs? Hermit and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. You could definitely be adopting the attitude where you don't really want to have anybody on your ship right now. You could be solo. You could be sailing your ship alone. And that could be where you feel the most comfortable, especially if you've come from a situation here where you dealt with somebody who was using you or taking from you that you've dropped. You could have stopped working something out with somebody, or always being there to kind of pick up the pieces when the crap hits the fan, because you realize that somebody wasn't loyal. And now it's like you're being loyal to yourself in solitude. With the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, there's something very adamant that you don't want to really work with anybody new at this time. You could definitely be adopting the attitude, fire signs, of if I want something done, then I'm going to do it by myself. You could definitely be adopting the attitude that everybody that you've possibly tried to bring on board or open up to, it hasn't worked. You may feel like people have sabotaged you in the past or created blockages for you in the past. So now you're deeming it as more beneficial for you that you just keep to yourself and you work for yourself, with yourself, by yourself on something, and you just enjoy your blessings, enjoy your rent, enjoy your mortgage, enjoy your ship, enjoy things not being sabotaged. This is really giving the energy. If I don't invite anybody into this circle, then there's nothing to worry about. I don't know who burned you here or who made you think that way, but that could be a lot of you could be in that attitude. And I'm not saying that's forever, but I'm definitely seeing that you are seeing the benefit of you being in solitude, you working with your own resources, you not asking anybody for any assistance. You don't really need anybody. Okay, you could be somebody who works very, very well alone. And sometimes the people who work best alone could have been left in very derelict situations in order to figure out that they don't need anybody. You know, and some might say that that's a little bit depressing, that's a little bit sad. But I mean, everybody goes through their situations that has deemed them to have this energy. So you could definitely be one of those people. You've seen the benefit of being able to do things alone, work on your own. You could have been left in the lurch where people didn't help you. Therefore, you've possibly adopted this very self-sufficient energy. I'm going to use my own resources. I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to just enjoy what I enjoy with the fruits of the labor that I create. I know what's cooking in my pot. Nobody else's pot really matters but mine. And as long as I can see what's cooking in my pot, what I have, what I don't have, then that is the energy of contentment for me, myself, and I. And nothing could really go catastrophically wrong if I don't share at this time. I don't know who you are, but that's the attitude that you have. And that could be working for you. That could be working for you. Some of you don't want to work with other people at this time, but it's for a reason. What's the Three of Pentacles in the reverse? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. You've let go of maybe needing anybody's help or even seeking out anybody's help. What got you to this energy, fire signs? Because something happened to get you there. I know that. It's very rare that somebody just wakes up and says, I'm going to do it by myself and I don't want no one to help me. It's usually because something has gone down that has involved a person feeling like it's better off they just kind of go it alone or do something alone. And it's usually because of either sabotage or people maybe making them feel as though they can't rely or trust their input. And that could be why you've stepped into the energy of just nurturing yourself, looking after yourself, and just working with what you have, not really wanting for anybody's input and not really needing it either. The Moon. Someone could have been lying to you. You could have found out a secret here. This could have involved a group. Page of Cups. This could have been somebody who was pretending to be nice, but they were working against you in the past. For some of you, you worked with this person, or this could have been like a family dynamic, a household. And I feel like ever since then, you've possibly had to work really hard to kind of build yourself up, but it's for a reason. It's so you don't have to rely on anybody else. And this could be anybody to you. This could be family. You could have ghosted a lot of people because they just haven't had your back. But the thing is, I feel like you are definitely showing that things are more stable for you, not relying on others or expecting any assistance from other people. But again, I reiterate, it's for a reason. Something has happened here which has made you go into this solo, I rather do it alone. You could even feel like the thought of doing anything with someone else at this time, not forever, but at this time, you don't know how you would feel. There's not a settled situation, or you don't feel settled mentally when you think about opening up to having assistance. You don't need anybody. You don't. There could be a specific water sign that you don't trust that has triggered this energy. Any advice on that? Queen of Swords. Six of Swords in the reverse. The Star card in the reverse. Ten of Cups in the reverse. The World card. You could have been somebody who took the lead of other people in the past. Definitely, maybe there could have been an earth sign or an air sign. Sorry, I didn't mean to say earth. It could be earth sign, an air sign, specifically an Aquarius, that may have created a scenario of you missing out. Or maybe you listened to this person's advice in the past and it deemed to be unsuccessful. And that could have been the line in the sand where it comes to you now not listening to other people, focusing and trusting yourself. You could have definitely have been somebody who sought the advice of a specific person or other people at one point, and you realize that it may have not have been promoting you to be the strongest individual that you could be, or creating the situation where you could rely on anybody. So it's almost like listening to somebody else, or taking on board somebody else's thoughts, opinions, giving them space to kind of even decide with you or choose with you, then kind of realizing that that was not going to be successful, or you missed the mark with something. This could be family who swayed you in a way that created an energy of failure, or you feel like something failed because you was listening or paying attention to advice from someone specific, and you've closed out the situation of relying on other people's word. You could have definitely have been somebody who sought the opinions of others at one point, and this could be like people who you felt like you trusted, people who you felt was holding a burden or a load with you. And you established that it was far more beneficial for you to just do the hard work on your own for that reason, and you're becoming more successful for it. I don't know who you are, but that's what I'm seeing. Some of you have been lied to by people that you felt was going to be loyal to you in your corner. You may have invested in people and been loyal to people that could have been deceptive with you. The Seven of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles 2. You could have dealt with a deceptive, selfish fire sign, somebody who's all about themselves. And you may have chosen to live in a different way, and it could have been the catalyst to you changing it up completely to avoid any drama. Like, I don't know what you went through here. It's going to be very different for all of you, but I just see you trusting the wrong person and then thinking, right, if I want anything doing and I want it to go right, it's very important to you that things run smoothly. And I feel like this could be just you building for your future. You're very serious about your direction, and I just feel like at this point you may feel like you're around people who maybe you haven't been able to trust, you can't trust, therefore you made a decision to do some sort of hard graft yourself, build something yourself. For some of you, if you're working in a partnership, like a business scenario with other people where you could have been building a business and you took on the advice of somebody who you could have been working with, you could have established that this was leading you astray, or you wasn't going to get success in this dynamic, and you've chosen to break away and do something alone. And the universe co-signs that decision, because I feel like your hard work is about to pay off, but I feel like it's you doing something solo. Like, I don't feel like you want to invite anybody to come along with you at this time. I just don't. I don't know what that is about, but I know it stems from a deceptive energy of maybe people not showing up for you with that Three of Pentacles in the reverse. People leading you to another place, or people you feeling driving you off path or something. Anything else? The fire signs. I feel like that could have specifically been with life goals, money, stability within yourself. This might not be love related for that specific spread that I just pulled on, but there could have been an element of you trusting or having love for a past person, something like that, or having some sort of regard where it comes to caring about someone being loyal, and they just weren't that for you, or you just deemed it was better to go it alone. Business wise, in order for you to build something stable, you might have had to have worked harder, but I don't feel like you're a person who shies away from hard work. I feel like it's worth it in your mind that you are going to have to work harder, because the benefit of that is if you do something alone, yes, you have to work harder. Yes, you might need to put in some more hours. Yes, you might need to do everything from scratch and, you know, organize your time a little bit more careful because you don't have other people supporting you. But at the end of the day, you know that if anything flops, slips, whatever, it's you. It's you. You don't have anybody to question where it comes to loyalties, if they're telling you the truth, if they're going to show up or not, if they're going to, you know, fold, if they're going to tell you that they're going to be reliable and they're not reliable. Like, there's something about you Xing that out because you don't have time to deal with people who are going to be unreliable. You don't have time to deal with people who are not going to be serious, because where you want to get to is serious. What you're about is serious, and therefore you're moving accordingly. You know, you ain't playing where it comes to that energy. And I feel like, I don't know if you've just been around a lot of people that you can't rely on. You've tried, and, you know, time and time again, people have flopped on you, or you can't trust this one, or this one's doing this. And it just got a little bit too complicated for you. And it compromised your forward movement and your stability. Now you're trusting yourself, relying on yourself. There's a real solo, solid energy because you're not allowing other people right now to let you down. You know, you've only got yourself to be accountable for. There's something here. And to some degree, it could be that you needed to prove something to yourself too. That you didn't need to seek the opinions of others. You didn't need to ask anybody else for help if they weren't being helpful. Something like that. Fire signs. Last cards. We have the Star, the Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Strength card. A lot of you are dealing with a Leo, or you're a Leo. I feel like there is a milestone, a goal, an achievement that is being highlighted. And I feel like it could be putting people in an energy of feeling let down by a achievement of yours. Page of Wands in the reverse. What's the Page of Wands in the Death card in the reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Something wasn't working for you, fire signs, and I feel like you made an executive decision in your life. And I feel like this is life. I feel like this could have an element, like I say, of work. But I feel like this is something about, it's a personal thing. It's a very individual, personal thing that I'm picking up on. And fire signs, I just feel like people are not feeling great about the fact that you are making something happen, that you are attaining a milestone for yourself. It's a very individual thing, but somehow people are upset about this. Now, I do feel like you've ended a lot of relationships, or you've ended a specific relationship with somebody where they didn't want it to end with you, but I feel like this person would have continued breadcrumbing you. I don't feel like this was somebody who was serious about giving you any more than the minimum. I'll be honest with you. The Page of Pentacles is breadcrumbing energy. The Page of Pentacles is not very much. And again, I've said it, like, you are not somebody who gives as a page. You are somebody who, if you're going to give, you're going to make sure that holistically someone is taken care of. You're going to see that they're fed. You're going to see that they feel happy. You're going to see that their emotions are in a good place. You're going to see that they have a ride to get them home. You're going to see that they have warmth, or where they're going, that they're going to, there's something very caring about you where it comes to, you're going to see that when they go home, they're comfortable, that they have whatever. I don't know if you're a parent, or there's something about a real attentive energy. You don't think about things in a 2D way. Like, there's a all round caring for an individual. You are very, very caring, fire signs. I don't know who you are. You are very, very caring. You take care of people's needs. People wouldn't be in your company and say that, oh, they felt any sort of way. You show up for people. So don't allow anybody to tell you that you don't do that, because I feel like there is a number of people, or a specific fire sign for a lot of you, another fire sign, who could have really have wanted access to you and not wanted something to end. And you may have ghosted a person on the basis of they just are not giving you any more than the minimum. You don't get that same energy from that person. You would go to spend time with that person and they wouldn't be seeing that you ate today. They wouldn't be seeing that, oh, you're in a good place. They wouldn't be seeing that you've got money to go home, or a ride to go home, or you're good at home, or whatever. They wouldn't be seeing for that. You would be seeing for that the other way around. And you could have established that something was very, very one-sided, and certain people don't deserve that type of treatment. Okay? I'm going to be harsh and honest. Certain people, fire signs, don't deserve that treatment. They don't. If someone ain't looking for you like that, what are you giving that energy to them for? And I feel like it's a realization that you had to wake up to. And if not, you could be waking up to it now. I do feel like you have ghosted a situation or a specific person. And I feel like for some of you, this could even be family, or a group of people, or a number of people in your circle, that things weren't working for you. These could have been people that was benefiting off of you. And again, this doesn't have to be finances. This could be just your energy. Knowing that they've got somebody who's going to take care of them in their corner. If that person shows up, then I know I got a ride home. If that person shows up, then I know that they're going to bring, they're going to not just see it that everybody else is just wayward and them not help out. You put your hand in your pocket. You see that people are all right. Like, there's a real strong energy of that. It could mean a lot to you to see that other people are okay eating too. Something about food could be significant, because I keep making reference to that. But something wasn't working for you. And I feel like there is an acceptance of that. And I feel like there's a ghosting that is taking place where you feel like it's best you keep to yourself. And I feel like it's because maybe other people weren't meeting you with that same energy. For some of you, you've woken up to the fact that, people just don't love you like that. Or whoever you was around with the Page of Cups in the reverse ain't showing up for you like that. This could be fake love. This is looking to me that you had to wake up to something and you're doing better for it. And I feel like you've got a lot of people who didn't want relationships to end, but you ghosting or you moving away is forcing an ending with a lot of people who just aren't taking care of you the way that you're taking care of them. Two of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. You've got a lot of people who are scrambling. You've got a lot of people who are questioning their own loyalty, looking in the mirror. Because when you're presented with somebody who is in an energy of caring, nurturing, if you don't do that person or those people in a way where it's you take that serious or you value those people. You know, after those people leave your life, you're left in a wayward energy where you start to think, and this is what this is, when you start to look at yourself and think, well, why didn't I show up? Why am I not giving any more to somebody that is seeing that I'm good? It's kind of emotional. Like, it is kind of sad. Seven of Swords. You've got a lot of people like hiding the way that they feel. I don't know why I feel emotional. There's a very emotional element to this, because I feel like a lot of people feel regretful, sad that they couldn't be loyal or they chose not to where it comes to a specific person. And I feel like now you've withdrawn that energy, there is a sadness, there's a longing, there's a, you know, there where you get the tingles in your eyes, there's a emotional withdrawal that people are feeling because you refuse to have people on board that aren't feeding into you, giving to you the way that you give to them. You ain't stingy, you don't think twice. And that's the problem. Ace of Swords. Six of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like in your absence, and this is far greater than just receipt of, like, receiving things. This has something to do with like having people help you. Like, I just feel like there's a very specific energy around people seeing you work hard where you're not asking anybody for anything. This is really sad. You're not asking anybody for assistance. You're not asking or expecting anybody to lend you a hand. You're not asking for any sort of even recognition or validation. You're not asking for any of it. And I feel like there's somebody out there that is doing something single-handedly, but they're working very, very hard on whatever this is. And I feel like you've got people by the sidelines really looking at what you gave in the past to them and how valuable it was with the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, Ace of Swords. I feel like it could be like a group of family for some of you. I feel like this is a dynamic, a group of people collectively that are looking at a specific individual that don't ask for anything but was giving everything. You are very selfless. You give with no expectations, but you possibly was around a lot of people that gave only with expectations, only they couldn't find it in themselves to give to somebody who gave so abundantly to them, emotionally, physically, financially for some of you, spiritually. And I feel like you are by yourself. I'm talking to a fire sign who is rolling alone. I'm talking to a fire sign who is being loyal to themselves, juggling the plates. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm talking to a fire sign who is taking action on things and planning, scheduling, juggling. I'm talking to a fire sign who is putting things in place. I'm talking to a fire sign also that has possibly been doing this for a while. And I feel like you've got other people kind of watching you work, realizing that you're not coming around anymore, realizing that, you know, you are to yourself, realizing that you're in your own little bubble working hard, realizing as well that when it was time that they could have been assisting, helping, giving that energy back to you that you gave to them, that you're channeling into all of this hard work because you don't have extra help. You don't have extra people to see that you're good, that you're eating, that you're okay, that your well-being's good. How do you feel emotionally? You know, all those little things that people could do for you. You don't have that. I'm talking to a fire sign that don't have that. I just feel like people are seeing your value and it's a value that you're not giving to them anymore. And it's inevitable that you're going to be successful because people know who you are. People know how you give. People know the value of you. People know how special you are. It's just a shame that when you was in their presence, they didn't value that. These are people who passed you up, you know. Hermit. 2 of Wands in a reverse. 9 of Swords. People are worried that they will never hear from you again with the Hierophant in the reverse. And it's because people know that they may have been very unfair to you in the past. And you deciding to make a decision to just leave it behind and just go into yourself and focus on what you need to, get serious about life, is really putting people in an anxious state of mind where it comes to decisions that they made in the past, where it comes to you. 6 of Pentacles, about how they give, how you gave, etc. There could be a father figure, a baby's father, a mother, who was purposefully not nurturing the world, and you chose to end that cycle. I mean, people love to sometimes keep cycles open, continue certain relationships, despite it being that they know that they're not giving as much as what they could, or they're not being fair to another person. But as soon as that cycle gets closed by the person who has been receiving the bare minimum, everybody starts to worry. Everybody starts to stress about them not hearing from that individual. People can be happy as long as what you're continuing to give to them, continuing to shower them with whatever it is that you're giving. As soon as you decide to not put up with bare minimum or people not showing up for you, everybody's worried. Everybody's stressed out. And that's what I feel like this is for you. Everybody's stressed out. Everybody's worried that they ain't hearing from you. But when they were hearing from you, what was the energy? What was the relationship? What were they doing? Like, how are they valuing your presence? Something like that. 4 of Wands. High Priestess in the reverse. People could be talking about your stability. People could also be talking about how you are seeming to be doing better, and they didn't think that you would achieve some sort of milestone if they didn't support you. And that's another thing, like, people will give you the bare minimum. This is looking like people kind of giving you the bare minimum, not supporting something, and then you going off and really working your ass off and making it happen. And now everybody's like worried, upset, thinking about all the times when they didn't support, or they didn't give you a, did you eat today? You know, they didn't show up and say, how you feeling right now? Like, I ain't seen you in a while. Like, you okay? Like, you taking a break from your work? Like, do you want me to come down and do anything? Like, now people are thinking about all those opportunities where they could have been that. And I feel like you was that to a lot of people, fire signs. I feel like this is what this is. You're making a lot of people question their own actions with the Temperance in the reverse. And I don't feel like it feels very comfortable for these people, because it's making people look in the mirror. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. I will be back at some point to do the other elements as well. Please like, share, subscribe if this reading resonated with you. And thank you always for your love and your support. Have a good rest of the day, and I will see you soon. Mwah. Take care. Bye.